Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a rank sprint game. This is actual final game for Season 8. Enemy team Colorado, Nagato, Helena, Fiji, and a division with Mayhan and a Sims. So, back in my Atlanta, still not running AFT, and gonna run this one through. We've got double DDs here. They are in a division, so I'm kind of expecting them to maybe wolf pack up. I notice double DD divisions, they have a tendency to send both DDs to one cap. Uh, the smarter clans won't do that, but it's something that I'm preparing for. Um, so right out of the gate, my plan is I want to push up here to B cap. Want to try to support my Moss. Um, I wouldn't put it past a Sims and Mayhan to YOLO right into B cap, trying to kill a destroyer early. So my plan is that if they go to do that, they're going to have my Atlanta to contend with. And also, this kind of tail end of the island provides kind of a pretty good work area for me to work targets over here, here, and then I've got a couple different islands where I can use as I kite around or move around to actually break contact and really make it difficult for the enemy team to shoot at me. This game, AFT. Well, this a good portion of this game is how an AFT Atlanta would play. I'm not fond of this maneuver. Moss just pushes into the cap, instantly smokes up and hydros. I get it, they don't have any radar, but that's really risky. It'd be so easy for these guys to really flood that area with torps. Moss isn't the fastest boat. Uh, you know, they might even just blind fire into the smoke, and they could do significant damage to you with as small as that smoke is. Uh, I get spots on the Colorado. And I'm just reversing into a position here where if something steps on B cap right now, I want to be in a position where I can shoot at it. And that's right here. This is the danger of why it's a bad idea to sit there and cap inside your smoke screen. I do spot the Sims. So just going to start throwing some shots out here. I'm ready with radar if I need to. Really got a good volley on that Sims. And, I mean, just like that, he's been crippled. That's benefits of the Atlanta right here. Didn't even need radar. He's able to get polished off. And here, just trying to manage what can shoot at me, what can't. I know that's a Fiji that just took a shot at me. Now the issue is the enemy team's got too many ships that can shoot at me versus how much my team can shoot at the enemy team. So rather than, sit there and try to trade in a bad situation, I'm just going to disengage. I'm just going to pull back a bit, get safe. Overall, I'm happy with my positioning. I've got my radar over the cap. I'm able to deal damage over these islands. You'll notice I'm not trying to hug islands or anything like that. You know, being away from the islands, I can just shoot right over them, and ha, just pretty much going ahead and deal with it, kind of thing. And for something like a Colorado, this is really nasty. Um, he's got basically two options: try to YOLO into the cap and get basically under the shadow of my guns, where I'm not able to shoot over the this island in front of me and be able to cap from that position. Eventually, that's what they're gonna do. Right now, I'm just trying to dish damage out on these guys in the process. Um, Here you can start to see why I'm sitting here. I don't want the enemy team to be able to wrap up around this island like my team's been doing to them. Speaking of my team, I battleships, just forget going here if there's destroyers in the game. It is so dangerous to take a battleship and sit on the cap like this. It's not worth, the couple point ticks that you're gonna get by doing that, as opposed to actually having a good position, um, and having a game plan to actually, win that capture point. Um, so I've this season I've seen a lot of battleships for whatever reason trying to push through these gaps. It's a death trap. If there's enemy DDs about, or even torpedo armed cruisers, they love seeing battleships. Give up their advantages of their long gun range and all that kind of stuff in exchange um, for really not much trade at all. I mean, this Colorado, he's been paying a pretty hefty cost so far. I'm switching back to the Helena. The Helena's starting to push up, so it's time for me to do something about him. I'm using HE, he's using AP, and honestly, I think HE is the way to go in this. He should know by now I'm not going to give him any broadside, and my HE is just whittling him down. So here I'm gonna back up. I want to see if I can spot this Helena again before going to fight with Colorado. Uh, I realize they're gonna be flipping the cap soon, but at the end of the day, we've got a decent points lead. We're tied up on ships. It's not going to be the end of the world if they cap that for a couple minutes. In my opinion, it's more important that I try to pick up the kill on the Helena, and then disaster strikes. We've got a DD that decides to YOLO just like the battleships do, and he ends up paying the price for that. Now this is nice here. I don't really have to worry about this Nagato. He's outside AFT range. Um, so it simplifies my situation for picking fights here on BCAP. The detection threats are going to be right there on BCAP. At this point, I'm pretty sure the Helena turned in and is headed into B rather than trying to push me. Just throwing some shots out there because, again, nothing's spotted. So it's, free damage for me, so why not shoot? See the Helena coming around the corner and just getting damage in on this guy. Uh, that Helena is going to be going down here shortly. And again, just kiting away towards safety. a little closer than I'd like to this Colorado, but it's not the end of the world. My HE's really gonna mess this guy up. He just fired. He doesn't really have any course of action for dealing with me. He's looking at another target right now, the broadside Belfast, and it's just not going to work out well for him. I think that he should have turned right into getting all of his guns on me and trying to use those stern guns uh, for an extra crack at my ship. And instead it just didn't happen. I was able to get the second fire on the ship, and I'm well. Fortunately, unfortunately, my teammate in the Belfast picks up the kill. And we're going to start pushing down here into B cap as quickly as I can. At this point, the game's pretty much won. The game would have to get pretty ridiculous in order for us to throw this. Belfast radars to Mahan and puts down the Mahan. That's the game. Rank 1, baby. All done. So, again, just this is another gameplay or another game for you guys to review where I'm foregoing the traditional build with AFT to try to maximize the gun range, uh, foregoing that for you know the most amount of radar and the most the best fire chance that I could get on the ship. Um, Maybe if I was running basic firing training, that would be another solid option. But I would have to either give up IFHE, which I'm not interested in, or do something to somehow get those points. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about running AFT on these ships where the guns just aren't that efficient at the ranges that you would use the ship beyond its base range with the upgraded gunfire control system. And let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you guys later.